Okay then, Helldivers, we are back, and it is Monday. That means that we have got no development news coming from Arrowhead itself, although the community seems to be going on a rampant spree. We have got some change in the decay rate for Nivel 43, meaning that this may actually be viable now. We've also got some problems happening with the game, and some longevity issues that you guys have been talking about on the Reddit. My voice is a little bit croaky because we are stinking freaking ill, but make sure that you bear with me. We've got loads to go over. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offers esports athletes and gamers with the most effective and healthy energy drink choice compared to the tinned alternatives that we're all used to. Keto friendly, zero sugar, and less than 1 calorie. It is an absolute no-brainer. Links in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And we've also got a giveaway going for the top bundle of super credits. So if you want to get involved with that, it is very, very simple. Put down into the comments section and put an array of different colored hearts in there, and it'll enter you in. We'll announce the winner tomorrow in Tuesday's update video. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So starting off, when we take a look at the Galactic War map right now, we can see that Nivel 43 is now on a bit of a movement with 20% liberation rate for Nivel 43. Essentially what this is doing is the decay rate on this is dropping down exponentially. If we take a look on the Helldivers 2 companion app, we can see that it's currently sat at a 3.5%, which essentially means that we are overrunning. It's pretty good and it's quite positive indeed, and we should be looking at a liberation of this one before the major order actually ends. So overall, a very positive movement on the Terminid sector, and the DSS with the mech passive is currently on Acrid 3, so yeah, a bit of a weird one over there. Meridia still not really moved at all, and everything seems to be quite nice indeed. So yeah, enjoy what it is that's happening right now, because well, it's going to be like this for the next few days. But heading over to the Reddit, we've got a lot to talk about over there, because yesterday we mentioned about the new Gloom variant bugs being a little bit janky to say the least. And today we have got some video footage of exactly how janky these things really are. This one states here, what even happened here? Now this is absolutely hilarious, because these new Gloom variant bugs, if you just leave them to their own accord at points, they will just swarm around you, and they essentially act as like a barricade. They do absolutely nothing other than stand there and just chill out with you, and then follow you along as you move, because their tracking is still correct. It's their attack modules that are not. A little bit weird. At the end of this clip though, for those wondering what it is a charger that just came pumbling through. That guy was not a Gloom variant. It's one of those things. Hopefully they get that fixed in the next couple of days. We had this patch update date tomorrow, so fingers crossed we see some movement in that one, as well as the sickle, which is still broken, and you guys can still abuse that one. It's been quite good fun utilizing it, that's for sure. On the bug side, it works quite well, and it's quite nice to see. In other news though, we are talking about ship modules. Now this was been put up around 2 months ago now, meaning that we're around 9 months since we received any last ship upgrade modules. This is a big topic, because I think that this is something that everybody is talking about right now. We have got an array of samples that we are wanting to use, nothing to use them on. The DSS is pretty much rendered useless for the most part. I myself personally don't really vote towards anything, and it just doesn't make any sense as to why to do it, especially during factors like right now, where our major order is on Nivel 43 and we can't even send it there. So what do we do with these samples? Well, you would beforehand actually upgrade your ship modules using it, but after 9 months of not receiving any, I kind of hope that we start seeing something very soon, because realistically the lack of ship modules right now, and the lack of progression, the lack of need to actually play the game, is essentially meaning that the only people left over are those enjoying the storyline on the Galactic War for some reason, or those who just enjoy the game overall, like myself. I think it's quite a really difficult time period for the game for sure, which normally means that we'll be due our big patch update and our big overhaul over the next month or so. So fingers crossed we'll see something coming from the game then, because that's normally what they wait for. They wait for that point of no return, and then they just drop an absolute 500 kg on your head with all new content. Moving into the next post, so this one is one that I've been asking for such a long time. Now somebody's actually just made it into an actual photo imagery, which is a main faction warbond. We've got bug divers, bot divers, squid divers, and they've all got their required title. They've got a booster for each one. The armor sets are relevant to the actual enemies they're going up against. I think that is all very, very cool. I think that the weapons and stuff would probably need a bit of a jumble and a bit of a change up, but I like the idea of the armor and the titles, meaning that you can actually rep what sort of faction it is that you genuinely enjoy using. Although, out of interest, if you guys could have any one of these 3 faction developed Warbonds, which one is it that you would want to personally see? For me, I think that the bot diver one genuinely looks really, really cool, and I've got a newfound love for the bots. I don't even know why. I think it's definitely got something to do with the Deadeye, but that's just me personally. And you're also asking for very, very strange things which would make your life 10 times more difficult, such as this one right here that states, is there a way to program Shiekers to do this? Now, obviously, for copyright reasons, I don't want to play the full clip in the background, but yes, this is a Shieker-esque style beast picking people up and then just dropping them into the water. Now, as much as I absolutely love the way that this would actually look, I think that a Shieker picking me up every 5 seconds may well actually do my absolute bloody head in. We all know full well that as Helldivers, we don't deal too well with fall damage, and if they were to drop us from severe heights, this could cause quite a few issues. Although the aesthetic of it is pretty damn cool, unfortunately we do have anything from 10 to 15, maybe even 20 Shiekers at a time actually flying around us, and with them all having the exact same programming feature, you may find that it may become a little bit over the top, especially with the way that this could actually operate. Let me know in the comment section if this is something that you guys would want, and if it's something that you're interested in seeing. And unfortunately, we're back into leak territory as Ironsights has posted up something very, very interesting indeed with regards to the Illuminate. So if you don't want to see this, it's the time of the video where you need to leave. No, you gone? Okay, right. Let's see what it is that's happening right now as Ironsights posts up right here. Leak, Illuminate intergalactic network node. It states right here, the structures on this planet allow the Illuminate to communicate outside of the galaxy, which obviously, as we know, is pretty much where the rest of the Illuminate army are. They're not in this galaxy, they're outside of the galaxy, which is why the wormhole is here, and how we can transport them through, and how that's going to essentially give us the rest of the Illuminate army. But it is interesting that this stuff is now in the game. Now, he doesn't actually state anything else at all. He just posts up this image with that quotation and just leaves it to your interpretation. I didn't even see him reply to anybody's comment in this one. It definitely leads me to wonder what it is that is going on inside of the game, especially as we move closer towards Meridian Singularity actually stopping. So that for me is probably one of the biggest key factors to this. We think that personally here, the Meridian Singularity is going to stop, and when it does eventually stop and we stop it completely, then the Illuminate will come in once they've realized that they've not managed to beat the force of the Helldivers. That's just my personal opinion. Again, let me know your ideas in the comment section below of how you think the rest of the Illuminate army are going to appear. But even then, I do think that they're probably not going to show face for at least the next month. And that is, unfortunately, what we will be seeing. And this one right here, as far as your top comments go, has been an interesting video to say the least. We've got a lot to go over, as a lot of you guys have been talking about the decay rates and so much more with regards to Nivel 43. This first one right here states, the worst enemy of the Gloom is the FPS consumption. Now, yes, unfortunately at the moment, what we do seem to be seeing is that the game, as much as it's being updated, patched and changed, the AI interfaces are being upgraded, it's not actually having much of a input with regards to stability. I personally now cannot run Helldivers 2 on my PC. It runs too framey, too stuttery, and it's just not enjoyable. And I run quite a big PC, which is running a Ryzen 7 7800 X3D and a GeForce RTX 4070. So this PC is nothing of a low grade bottom feeder. It may not be top of the range, but it is definitely enough to be able to run Helldivers 2, and once upon a time it was actually able to. Unfortunately now it just doesn't. So yeah, the optimization is a bit of a weird one inside of this game. The next comment right here states, hey Mr. Cloud Plays, the point of the MO isn't to like push back the Gloom or anything, it's to liberate the planet before the Gloom makes the planet inaccessible. Plus the decay rate is lowering exponentially at the point where we'll definitely liberate the planet before the MO ends. Now, my point in the last video was that we're not actually able to liberate it at that stage in time. It was quite a long one, the decay rate was so high, and we were not able to genuinely get any percentage rate on it, and we weren't adamant that the decay rate was going to drop low enough for us to actually be able to liberate it. Even though it is in the Gloom, once we do liberate it, it gets taken straight back. So again, that's not what we're doing. We are currently farming for E710 so that we can use it against the Meridian Singularity. That's just how it operates. But yeah, I fully understand with what you're saying, and I really appreciate that comment. And next up it states right here, the same situation happened before, zero liberation until the final days. And that is seeming to be exactly what we have this time round. Last time we were in the Gloom, we had the exact same situation, and with 2 days left on the major order, we're now finally 20% in to the liberation of Nivel 43. So it's likely that over the next 2 days, the decay rate will drop more, and we'll be able to solidify that win. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. My throat is so damn sore, so I'm going to go grab some ice cream and get into bloody bed. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate you all. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.